In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, I bear witness there is no God but God, and God is the only one who has the right to be worshipped. I also bear witness that Prophet Moses, Prophet Jesus, and Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon them, are the messengers of God, and I seek refuge in Allah from the rejected Satan. So greetings of peace and thanks for tuning in. May the peace and blessings of Allah be with you. In these videos, we like to discuss and prepare for the coming of Imam Mahdi, as well as the second coming of Jesus, the Messiah. Peace and blessings be upon him. So in this particular video, we're going to be discussing the law of guidance, the power of our hearts, and at the end of the video, I like to describe some of my techniques on how I can enter into grocery stores without being asked to put on a mask. So at the end of the video, I'll be discussing on how I haven't put on a mask so far, and I don't intend to put on a mask in any market or supermarket or what have you. And I like to describe how I do that more towards the end of the video. But the core of this video is about the law of guidance, and the actual name of Imam Mahdi, the name Mahdi, actually translates to the one who is rightly guided, or the one who will help guide others. So guidance is very important to understand on many different levels, of course, and also to understand Imam Mahdi and the preparation for the coming of Mahdi, as well as Jesus the Messiah, peace and blessings be upon them. So the power of our hearts. Now the power of our hearts are very important to keep this pure. The more pure we are, the more in harmony we are with our surroundings, the more happier we're going to feel, the more connected with God we are going to be. And we have a lot of power here. We have a lot of untapped potential in our hearts that I like to help others out there unlock and reach their full capacities of their abilities, inshallah. So I've got a Quran verse here, or some Quran verses here done in a poetic way. One of the important things to understand about the law of guidance is that the law of guidance sort of intertwines with the law of free will, as well as the law of cause and effect. And understand these different laws individually, but all these individual laws are harmonized together with all the different laws. Like the law of free will and cause and effect are very interlinked. If you want guidance, you need to seek guidance. You need to have that intention to seek guidance. That is the law of God. So somebody who wants more knowledge, somebody who wants to understand more deeply spirituality and other divine laws, and ways to live a happy moral life, God will help guide that particular person more and more. Now, on the other hand, if you have somebody who does not want to be guided, who likes to stay in their fear and in their ignorance, and they don't want to seek that guidance, well, Allah will misguide those people. God will not guide those people, will actually misguide them because of the law of cause and effect, the law of free will, as I've mentioned in other videos about those laws. So that's the core message I feel in the Quran of the law of guidance. Now there are other intricacies of the law of guidance, which I'll be touching on a little bit in this poem that I put together. So this poem, I named it Allah, the Master of the Ways of Ascension, and I'll just go ahead and read this. O perfect man, be at rest. We have not revealed this Quran to you that you should fail in your mission. The Quran is a means to rise to eminence for those who are dutiful and guard against evil. And it shall come from Allah, the Master of the Ways of Ascension, which even enable a person to rise higher and higher, so why not solicit his grace? And say truth has come, and falsehood has vanished away. Falsehood is indeed ever bound to vanish away. And surely Satan is an enemy to you, so treat him as an enemy. He calls his party only to follow him, with the result that they become the inmates of the blazing fire. And those who follow Allah's guidance shall not be lost, nor shall they be unhappy. Those who turn away from Allah's remembrance shall surely lead a life of hardship, and shall be raised blind on the day of judgment. And can the person, the evil of whose conduct is made to appear pleasing, and regards it as good, be in a position to discern the truth, and so be rightly guided? Allah forsakes him who wishes to go astray, as it is His law, and He guides him aright who wishes to get right guidance. So do not fret yourself to death because of them. Surely Allah knows what they do. And beware of the day when we shall raise from every people a witness, who shall hail from among themselves, and who shall testify against them. And we shall bring you, O Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, as a witness against all these. And that is why we have revealed to you this perfect book, explaining every basic thing, and which serves as a guidance and a mercy, and gives good tidings to those who submit to God. And the bargain is that, keep your faith in Allah and His Messenger, and keep on striving hard in the cause of Allah, with your possessions and your persons. That would be best for you, if only you would realize. So that last part is very touching to me, because my life is completely transformed ever since I devoted my life to God, that I wanted to live more of a godly life. I wanted to do what Allah made lawful, stay away from the unlawful things that Allah forbids. I lived a life where I thought I knew what was best. I knew, I thought I knew better than God, I guess you could say. I thought that, I could figure it out all by myself. But without God's guidance, we're truly lost. So I learned the hard way, to strive for God's cause, and my life has been much more blissful, but much more happier and content in my life. So that is my testimony to that. All the things, all the laws that I've come across the Quran, all the insights, all the wisdoms, have all been true. I've all seen them expressed in realities in all different ways. So I cannot emphasize the beauty and harmony and wisdom that lies within the Quran, as well as other authentic scriptures that Allah has revealed before, like the Torah, or like the Psalms of David, etc. So the power of the heart. The power of the heart is very important to understand, that we can change our reality from within ourselves. As God states in the Quran, it's the law of cause and effect, that if we change our inner world, the outer world will reflect that in different ways. So if we calm our hearts, the first thing is to have the knowledge, to have the understandings, to have the wisdoms, to embody them, to have that power in the heart that Allah has blessed us with. Allah is the one who powers us. And understanding that Allah powers us also increases our power. And this power in our heart needs to be clean. It needs to be purified. If we start doing things that are unlawful to God, yelling and screaming and backbiting and being unjust in all different types of ways, this will get polluted. We have to protect our eyes, what we hear, what we feel, to protect our heart, to keep it pure, to keep it soft and tender and sensitive. So, staying away from violent video games or movies, to protect our eyes, not looking lustfully at the opposite gender, keeping our eyes, lowering our gaze, etc., staying away from unlawful acts, keeping ourselves pure. This will all affect our hearts, and to keep things pure, and to keep things pure around us as well. So this is the techniques I use to go into, say, a grocery store to pick up some groceries. I like to keep, before I go into any store or any place, I like to visualize ahead of time that it's going to be very harmonious, it's going to be very beautiful experience, it's going to be smooth, it's going to be a lovely experience, and I keep very humble. So when I get to the store, I focus on my heart. I'm always in my heart. I'm very humble. I feel low. I feel humble. I keep my gaze lowered, and I'm sending out love. I'm sending out waves of love, of appreciation, of gratitude towards everything, to all of God's creation. I'm sending love and gratitude internally, outwardly, like that. And I haven't, since I've been doing these techniques, I have never found anyone to bother me to put on a mask. I just quietly walk in. I don't walk in hastily. I take my time. I don't rush. I stay centered. I stay within my heart, and keep my uh, eyes lowered and my gaze lowered. But always radiating with that love, that appreciation, that gratitude to any creator of all that exists, and showing love and compassion to all of God's creations all around me, and seeing the beauty of God in everything and in everyone. And in this way, I've gone into supermarkets and other stores without wearing a mask, without not even anybody asking me to put one on. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you take Allah as your shield. I hope this video helped you in some ways, inshallah. And the importance of guidance. Guidance is very key and is our key to success in this world and in the next. So may the peace and blessings of Allah be with you, and thanks for watching. Take care. Peace.